Welcome to BeABossDad.com. My name is Joel Haasenritter, and I help high-achieving dads scale their business without failing their family. I want you to picture a scene for a minute. It's 6:30 p.m., let's just say. You hear the sound of your garage door closing as you're coming home from work. You walk inside, your work bag hits the floor with a thud, and your 6-year-old comes running up. Daddy, look. You give them a one-armed hug, your eyes still scanning the urgent email that just came through on your phone. You say, "That's great, buddy," but you didn't even see what they were holding. As you walk into your house, you kiss your spouse. "Hey, how was your day?" But your brain is still back in that 4 p.m. meeting, replaying what you should have said in the quarterly planning session. Your body is home, but your mind is still at the office. You're physically present, but emotionally, you are a million miles away. And here's the hard part about this. Your family can feel it. They can feel the difference between you being in the room and you being with them. If you know that feeling, that guilty feeling of being in one place and thinking about another, feeling like you're failing at work and at home, then this video is for you. I've been in that exact spot. As a lifelong entrepreneur and a dad, I've lived that quote-unquote bad day where I snapped at my kids over math homework simply because my mind was still on a previous appointment. But I learned that the solution isn't about radically changing your career or somehow working less. The solution is about how you arrive. In this video, I'm going to teach you one very simple 5-minute hack that will change your evenings forever. I call it the CEO to Dad Transition Firewall. And it's designed to shut down the work mode whiplash and stop you from bringing that stress into the home and allow you to walk through the front door as the calm, present, engaged father that your family deserves. So let's start by just naming the big lie that we high achievers often tell ourselves. If I just had more time, things would be better. That's not true. I promise you it's not. There are plenty of people who spend hours in the same room with their families, but they're all staring at different screens. They feel completely and totally alone together. The variable that changes connection is not quantity of time necessarily, it's quality of attention. Your family is not measuring your love in minutes. They are measuring it in moments. Moments of true, undivided, eye-to-eye connection. I want you to think about this. From the day that your child is born until they turn 18, you have roughly 940 Saturdays with them. 940, that's it. How many have already been used? How many have been lost to a quick work email or a must-do project? This isn't about making you feel guilty. I've been there. This is about creating urgency. 10 minutes of you on the floor with your phone in another room, fully engaged in conversation about a Lego creation. That 10 minutes of undivided presence is worth more than 3 hours of you being half distracted at the dinner table. The good day that we strive for isn't the one where you work less. It's the one where you are fully present for the science fair, not checking your email under the table. Presence is the gift. Presence is the variable. And this ritual is how we start to create it on purpose, not by accident. So how do we do this? How do we go from the hard-charging CEO to the patient, loving dad without getting emotional whiplash? We have to land the plane, if you will, before we walk in the door. You can't go from 100 miles an hour to 0 in an instant. You need a buffer. And this ritual is that buffer. It takes 5 minutes and it's done before you open the car door or before you walk out of your home office. I call it the 3D method. It's disconnect, decompress, and declare. The first D, disconnect. This is the logical step for your brain. Your brain is designed to solve problems. If you leave a problem open in an open loop, like an unanswered email or a project for tomorrow, your brain will keep chewing on it, even at the dinner table. This open loop is the #1 killer of presence. So for 60 to 90 seconds, you're going to close the loops. Here's how you do this. Park the car. Before you get out, do one final 30-second scan of your inbox, not to answer anything, but to ensure there are no true emergencies. Then open a notepad or a voice memo and do a brain dump. What's the #1 priority for tomorrow? What's that idea that you don't want to forget? Get it out of your head and onto the list. The moment you write it down, your brain gets permission to let it go. It knows the work is handled. It knows it'll be there tomorrow. Then the final, most important part of disconnect is to turn on do not disturb mode on your phone. Silence the notifications. You are making a statement to the world and to yourself that workday is set aside for now. Step number 2 is decompress. If disconnect was for your brain, decompress is for your physical body. All day long, you've been in fight or flight mode more than likely, and that's the sympathetic nervous system. Your heart rate stays elevated, your jaw stays clenched, your shoulders are probably up by your ears, you're like a coiled spring. And if you walk into your home in that state, what happens? The first time your kid spills milk on the floor, you don't respond, you react, you snap. And then comes the guilt of the whole situation. We have to intentionally shift our physiology. We need to move from that fight or flight system to the rest and digest system. That's the parasympathetic nervous system. And we do this with our breath. Your breath is like a remote control for your nervous system. All it takes is 3 to 5 rounds of box breathing. It's very simple. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and hold for 4 counts. And then you're going to repeat this pattern for 3 to 5 times. If you do this, it's incredible what it signals to the body. You're flooding your body with oxygen, and you're telling your nervous system that you are safe. What happens when we get into a fear or a flight or fight mode is that our breath shortens. We take these short, very quick, shallow breaths. And when you start breathing deeply and lengthening your breath, you're telling your body that you are safe. As you breathe, physically reset your body. Drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, roll your neck, and feel the tension leaving your body. This is you physically leaving the stress of the day in the car. The final D is declare. This is the identity step, and this is for your heart. You've handled your mind and your body. Now you have to set your intention. You have to decide who you are going to be when you walk through that door. Are you going to be the stressed out CEO who barks at everyone? Or are you going to be the strategic shepherd who brings calm and connection? And this is a simple 10-second step. As you're sitting there in the quiet, say an identity statement out loud or in your head. I am a patient, playful, and attentive dad. I'm leaving work behind and I'm walking in with love. My family gets the best of me, not what's left of me. Then send one simple text to your spouse. I'm walking in to be with you now. This isn't just a text. It's a promise that you're making. It's also accountability, and it's you declaring your presence before you even open the door. Disconnect, decompress, and declare. That's it. It's 5 minutes, and it absolutely changes the culture of your home. So I know the objections. You're going to say, Joel, my life is crazier than that. What about blank scenario? So let's run a few scenarios so we can make this applicable. How about the work from home dad? This is a tough one because your commute is 10 steps from your desk to the kitchen. You must manufacture the transition. The fix is to set an alarm for 5:30 p.m. or whatever time that you actually close up your day. Shut down the laptop, put it in your laptop bag, and put the bag in a closet, out of sight and out of mind. Decompress is just walk outside, stand on your porch for 2 minutes and do box breathing. Change your shirt out of your work clothes and into a more casual attire. This is actually a very powerful physical cue. And then declare. Walk back inside, put your phone in the charging drawer, and walk into the kitchen as dad, not CEO. Scenario number 2, you're running late. You had back-to-back calls and it's been total chaos. You're 30 minutes late for dinner. You're already stressed. This is when you need the ritual the most. You're going to do a micro version. So disconnect. As you park, send a voice memo to yourself with tomorrow's priorities. The decompress step is just do 3 deep breaths, a 60-second reset. That's it. And declare, send the text. So sorry I'm late, just walked up. I'm all yours. You arrive with a clear nervous system instead of bringing the hurricane of your day into the house. Scenario number 3, the kids lose it at the door. You open the door and it's absolute chaos. 2 kids are screaming and someone has spilled the milk. The fix, because you already did the ritual, you are regulated. You're not a third ball of chaos. You can be the calm in their storm. You can co-regulate instead of escalating. You can get down on their level, make eye contact, and just say, whoa, this is a lot. Let's tackle this together. Instead of, can't I have 5 minutes of peace? I'm sure you see the difference. The biggest obstacle isn't time. The biggest obstacle in setting up something like this is really forgetting about it. So set a daily recurring alarm on your phone for 10 minutes before you usually get home. Label it CEO to Dad Firewall. Tie it to a trigger that you already do, like turning off the ignition. So you've done the ritual, you've walked in the door, calm, present, and ready. Now what? I want you to pair this ritual with one more action, the 10-minute floor rule. For the first 10 minutes you are home, your phone stays in the drawer where you left it. You set a timer and you get on the floor. Why the floor? Because it's at their level. You're not looming over them, you are with them. Obviously, if you have teenagers, maybe they're sitting at the table doing homework, be present with them as well. Don't direct the play if this is for a younger child. Don't ask 20 questions, just be there. Follow their lead. Ask one curious question. Tell me about the castle you're building. And then, this is the hard part, just listen and be present. And that's it. That's the whole game. It's this 15-minute window, the 5-minute ritual in the car, and the 10-minute floor ritual at home. This is how you win the evening. This is how you change the answer to the legacy question. This is how years from now, when your kid asks, what was your dad like? They don't say he worked a lot and he was never there. They say he was there, he saw me, and he played with me. That's the ROI that we are fighting for. That's the ROI that actually matters. So here's your homework. Tonight, not tomorrow, tonight, set that daily alarm on your phone right now. Label it CEO to Dad Firewall. When it goes off, I want you to run the 3 Ds. Disconnect, decompress, and declare. And then give someone you love the gift of that 10-minute floor rule. You'll feel the difference tonight. And if you're ready to make this part of a complete operating system for your life, to build the orchestrated operations that give you this freedom and to truly become the strategic shepherd of your home, then I want to personally invite you to the 5-day Boss Dad Challenge. In this training, we build the entire system out. The link is in the description. It's 1 hour a day for 5 days. We go through the entire Boss Dad framework, which is balanced, owner, strategic shepherd. Your legacy is being written in these small daily moments. It's time to start writing it on purpose. So let's get started. Win at business, win at life, be a boss dad.